भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्योर्मा मृतङ्गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्तिः। Good morning, Shubhodayam. Today my topic is the real wealth. For all of us, when we use the word wealth, we understand only the material wealth, lands, buildings, bank balance, gold, jewelry, diamonds, and other things, right? But the true wealth is different. The real wealth is, in my opinion, kindness, compassion, truthfulness, honesty, patience, selfless love. These are things which we can cultivate. They don't cost us anything. Once we have this wealth, the material wealth will come to you automatically, but most people, they don't understand it, they don't know it. Okay? Power of truthfulness, people, they don't understand. Power of patience, they don't understand. The power of selfless love, they don't understand. Power of honesty, they don't understand. The Swamiji says is, unselfishness is more paying, but we don't have the patience to practice it. నిస్వార్థమే మహాప్రయోజనకారి, కానీ మనిషికి నిస్వార్థపరుడుగా ఉండేటువంటి ఓపిక ఉండదంటాడు. That is our weakness, he says. You be unselfish, you be truthful, you be honest. The whole world will fall at your feet. We don't believe in this, true. Albert Einstein, I quote this in every session. He liked one quotation, he kept it in his drawing room. It was not his quotation, somebody else had said, but he liked it, he kept it on his wall. Not everything that can be counted counts. Okay, not everything that can be counted counts, and not everything that counts can be counted. Not everything that can be counted counts means, for example, money, it can be counted. Land, it can be counted. Vehicles, diamond, jewelry, they're all countables. You can measure them. Okay, I have this much of wealth, we can say. My piece of land costs 10 lakhs, my piece of land costs 50 lakhs, you can say. But things like kindness, I have 1,000 rupees kindness in my heart, can you say? Okay, I have 1 lakh rupees worth honesty in me. I have 2 lakh rupees worth patience in me. You cannot. They are not countables. But they really count. Because after death, what comes us? All this physical wealth that we have accumulated around us, we have to leave behind. Only thing that comes with us, all these virtues that we have cultivated. Because they determine our character. With these, actually, we can do good action. The fruit and merit of that good action comes to us the next life. మనకి తర్వాత మనం చనిపోయిన తర్వాత మనతో పాటు వచ్చేది మనం చేసేటువంటి పుణ్యకార్యాలు మాత్రమే. పుణ్యకార్యాల ద్వారా ఏదైతే మెరిట్ ఉందో, మెరిట్ అండ్ డిమెరిట్, పాపకార్యం చేస్తే డిమెరిట్. దిస్ మెరిట్ అండ్ డిమెరిట్ అలోన్ కమ్స్ టు అస్ పోస్ట్ డెత్. Okay, all other physical wealth that you have to leave behind, but people not knowing this and foolishly accumulating and accumulating, sometimes in the process hurting other people, exploiting other people, but you are accumulating bad karma in the process. Are you aware of it? Not many are aware of it. You know Mata Amrita Annamayi. So you all know her, right? She's Mata Amrita Annamayi. Name at least you heard? No? Oh, you just Google. Okay, you all should know now. Mata Amrita Annamayi, headquarters is in Kollam. She just studied 7th class. The people in the West, they call her the hugging mother. Okay, full of love and full of compassion, full of selfless love. An embodiment of, selfless love. Divine Mother herself, has come in that incarnation, that form. There is no doubt about it. And of course, she has lakhs and lakhs of followers across the globe. Okay, 7th class చదివాను. ఫిషర్మెన్ కమ్యూనిటీలో పుట్టారు. ప్రపంచాన్ని జయించింది. ఎక్కడికి పోయినా వందలు వేలలో వస్తారు అమ్మని చూడటానికి. ఆమె కూర్చొని అందరినీ ఇలా కౌగిలించుకుంటుంది. ఆడ మగ చిన్న పెద్ద ఏమీ లేదు. 20 గంటల పాటు అట్లనే కూర్చుంటుంది. ఇంకా మధ్యలో ఒకసారి కూడా లెగొద్దు. అందరికీ తన మాతృ ప్రేమను పంచుతూ ఉందేమో. సో హెడ్ క్వార్టర్స్ ఈస్ ఇన్ Kerala and running huge hospitals and education institutions. Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, you might have heard. That is the best private university in the country today. Best private university. Yeah, university, deemed university, huge hospital. And when tsunami came in Japan, she gave 100 crore as a donation to Japan. So also, in terms of resources also, this organization is very, very prosperous because across the globe, actually, devotees, disciples are contributing for that. Of course, she is doing a lot of philanthropic service in Kerala, but also across the other parts of the country. Recently, they set up a hospital near Gurugram in Delhi. The hospital actually with 2,500 bed capacity, biggest private hospital in the country. It is run by Mata Amrita Annamayi Trust. So once she went to the West, some country, what happened there? There actually, one of the followers of Mother was actually a cerebral palsy patient. Cerebral palsy is a motor disorder where the people cannot actually use their muscles, muscular dystrophy. Okay, they cannot perform their functions also. So the young man actually afflicted with cerebral palsy, okay, he attended all the Amma's pre-visit volunteer meetings in this wheelchair only. He was not in a position to contribute anything for the program, for the arrangements, yet he would come on the wheelchair to attend the volunteers meeting. And when Amma had gone there, he went to meet her. And then actually he wanted to tell something to Amma, and they took her near Amma. And then he said, Amma, my country is one of the affluent nations in the world. నా దేశము ప్రపంచంలో ఆర్థికంగా బాగా పురోభివృద్ధి సాధించిన దేశాల్లో ఒకటి. My country is one of the affluent nations in the world. But my country is spiritually impoverished. ఆధ్యాత్మికంగా చాలా వెనకబడ్డ దేశం. What can I do to increase the spiritual wealth of my country? That was the question the young man had asked. And so the brahmachari who was standing by Mother thought that, because he would ask for, some relief from his physical affliction. Cerebral palsy తో బాధపడుతున్నాడు కాబట్టి నాకు ఈ బాధ నుంచి ముక్తి కలగజేయమని అడుగుతాడని ఆ పక్కన ఉన్న బ్రహ్మచారి అనుకున్నాడు. But contrary to his expectations, what he had asked is this: my country is spiritually impoverished. ఆధ్యాత్మికంగా చాలా పేద దేశం, వెనకబడ్డ దేశం. What can I do to increase the spiritual wealth of my nation? That was the question he had asked. He himself was suffering so much, he cannot speak articulately, legibly. His talk also was not so clear, and somebody else had to interpret and tell what his question was to Amma. And then Amma looked at his eyes intently and said that actually, with full of love and compassion, with moist eyes, actually, she told him actually, as if a proud mother actually, if some child actually achieved distinction or, first class, how mother would respond like a proud mother. She looked at the young man into his eyes and said, see, You yourself are the proof that your country is not spiritually impoverished. When people like you are here with full of kindness and selfless love, there is hope for the future for your country. ఓకే, ఆ వ్యక్తి యొక్క విలువ గురించి అమ్మ మాట్లాడింది. సెరెబ్రల్ పాలసీ, వీల్ చైర్ బౌండ్, ఓకే, he cannot do minimum basic functions also he cannot do on his own. And such an individual feeling for the country and feeling for his people, a spiritually impoverished country is telling. And then young man left afterwards, and then Amma turning towards the brahmachari said, you just see this young man, why the person is joyful always, always joyful and cheerful. Some of the times you see the cerebral palsy and autism people, they're always happy and joyful because they're selfless. They cannot actually support themselves, they are in such condition. But the heart is so pure. Amma was so impressed because of the purity of the heart, because your heart is so pure. And when people like you are there, and how can you call your country spiritually impoverished? But there is hope for the future, don't worry, because people like you are still there in this country. That is the worth of the individual. Sometimes we cannot really assess. Amma could understand, could gauge, could see that they are actually the real salt of the earth. Mata Amritanandamayi told, this is an incident that happened in her life. So what I am saying is the true wealth is always of this: selfless love, purity, and compassion. If you have these things, you will conquer the world. You have the real worth, you have the real wealth. When Krishna actually, Krishna left Vrindavan, and once actually he sends Uddhava to Vrindavan, because when Krishna was in Vrindavan, he always used to play with gopikas, and gopis always would run behind Krishna. And after playing with them for some time, Krishna left quietly Vrindavan and came to Mathura now, but he never went back to Vrindavan. And just to find out how they were doing, he sends Uddhava there. They were chanting Krishna's name with that kind of bhava and pathos that Uddhava was surprised. How could these people develop so much of devotion and love for Krishna? And then Uddhava says, Vande Nanda Vrajastrinam Padarenu Madikshnasaha Yasam Harikatodgitam Punati Bhunatrem. And he says, I actually bow down to these gopis. Vande Nanda Vrajastrinam Padarenu Madikshnasaha. I bow before the dust of their feet, he says. I am not even equal to the dust of their feet. But Pada Dhuliki Vodan in Saman Gadani Uddhava Anukuntu, Yasam Harikatodgitam. Their chanting of Hari name actually is purifying the three worlds actually. Punati Bhunatrem. ముల్లోకాలని పవిత్రం చేస్తున్నారు వాళ్ళు భగవంతుని నామాన్ని జపిస్తూ. We all can do that. So much of wealth you have in you, but you underestimate your capacity and potential. Once you do that, you are actually a VIP in the eyes of the Lord, VIP in the eyes of gods. If you repeat God's name, you are contributing so much for the spiritual wealth of the nation in which you live. But we don't understand. We think we are always ordinary and common folks. Not at all. Thank you. Nice day.